Hi guys, Renee from Me, You, and the Chickens. So I wanted to go over maybe putting together some things that, enclosures or, areas for animals that don't cost you anything. Because I know, God, do I know how lumber and fencing and all the supplies, even straight down to the staples and nails and screws, roofing, whatever. All that just costs so much and it gets so expensive. And sometimes, you just got to get to a point where you're like, I think what I'm building is more for me than for the chickens. Because do they care? Do they care if they have a pallet or a piece of plywood? They don't. If they are safe, then it's good enough. And of course you can, put it together where it doesn't look too bad. But I wanted to go over, I wanted to show you, and so I'm a little distracted. I have a killer goose, or killer duck down here. It's mating season, and the Muscovies, especially this one, I'm just going to pick him up so that I could talk without having to watch my feet. So, this is Cheez-It, and he is a male Muscovy, and he's a butthead. But we love him dearly. He's given me bruises and scratches, but you just gotta know, when's the right time to pet him and what mood he's in. But he's really a sweetheart. He came in as a rescue, and he'll stay. He does not realize he's a duck, so we won't tell him. Do not bite me right now. Okay, don't bite me on video. Don't bite me on video. It's not nice. And it's embarrassing to have a duck beat me up. It's embarrassing. Behave. Okay, so I wanted to show you just a little area that I put together for our Silky Showgirls, since I only have two, and I'm trying to keep them separated because I don't want to lose one or the other. So I'm going to pause and flip around and show you just a little, simple enclosure that did not cost a dime, and I really just used stuff that was around the yard, leftovers from other projects and whatnot. So, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Hold on. Say hi. Say hi. Hi, aren't you handsome? Aren't you handsome? Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Okay. So this is the little area. What I did is I went between the barred rock coop and the turkey pen and took, I could probably open this up, but Cheez-It's probably going to follow me in. So let's try not to. Now my door is not actually like latched or anything, so there's actually just zip ties. Well, I've taken it down. I'll show you when we go back out. So let me get in here. This is the only part that I have to duck for. Alright, so there are the Silky Showgirls. And so we come back here, and it's actually, I'm about 5'4", so I think 5'5" would probably. So I got the fencing, and we put the fencing, well, I did, put it around, and then covered it. It's actually a little warm in here, which is going to be good when it gets really cold. And in the summertime, I can remove this one, and take this down, and then remove this, and it'll create more airflow. But for the colder months, it'll stay warm. Okay, so there's already a wall here because of the coop, the barred rock coop. So we just put a little perch there. I mean, there's only two, and they're really small, so look at his hair. Isn't that cute? Cheez-It. Okay, so took the pallets and put them upright so they're tall. They're probably about 4 foot. And I put a board in here to connect them and screwed them together so that they don't move. So they're pretty sturdy. I mean, as sturdy as you need for chickens. And then I put another pallet over here on this side. And then I put the hoop all the way around. And all of this is zip ties. I got the, Lowe's has, so I guess there is a cost, the zip ties. But I actually bought the zip ties for another project, so these zip ties were left over, so I guess we're back to no cost. 0 cost. Okay, so these are really strong. Lowe's has a bag of like 800 for, I think it's like 20 bucks or something. And that's a lot of zip ties. So we come back out here. It hoops so the rain doesn't settle on the top. And then it just comes and falls down here, which if this wasn't here, this side of the turkey pen would get wet anyway in the rain. So it's not like I'm creating more water inside this area. So half of it is covered. And then this half is not. And in some little places I had to compromise, improvise, and put some chicken wire where there were open spots. But I did the same thing back here where the fencing didn't bend or come down all the way. Cover it with chicken wire and just zip tie it all together. So that is what we did here. And then I like to keep the water up on a block because, I want them to have as clean water as we could give them. And I ran out of feeders, so they have a pan, which is fine. She's already laying eggs, which I just found out today. Aren't they adorable? And I know that the Rhode Island Reds that you see over there would be in here. And I don't want that. What are you doing, Cheez-It? Nosy? Nosy much? Yep. So that's what we did. And I'll try to show you how I close the door. And like I said, this is the part where I got a duck. So hold on a second. Alright guys, back up. Alright. So it's just a square with leftover wood. And it's not latched or like hinged or anything. So there's a little nail. You probably can't see it, but there's a little tiny nail right there. And it sets here. And then you just go like that. And then come to this side. And go like that. And nobody can get in or out. And then just for the heck of it, don't really need it because it's pretty sturdy, but I just put a rock there. But that is the enclosure for the Silky Showgirls. I just like to show you guys something that doesn't cost anything, something that you could do. Like if you're in a pinch and need a place for something to go, make it safe. Now if you have some predators or something, this probably wouldn't be safe because of the chicken wire. But we don't really have predators here. There's some possums, but they've never bothered our chickens so far. So yep, that's it. Alright guys, till next time.